Chapter 15, 67, Front-Back Divine Obstruction Needles. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. The clues end here. Hmong tribe's immortal Gu House investigation courtyard slowly stopped in the air. Hmong tribe's two Gu immortals looked at each other. Ming Zi's eye looked ahead at a lush valley that was starkly different from the surrounding grassland. Such a valley would not form naturally, but the two Ming tribe immortals were not surprised. Ming tribe's second supreme elder said in a heavy voice, "This is Sleeping Lady's Divine Needle Valley." Ming Zi's eye frowned. "Is it her?" Ming tribe's second supreme elder was silent. Sleeping Lady was a rank 7 lone immortal who cultivated sound path. She did not have outstanding battle strength, but she controlled an immemorial desolate beast divine hedgehog. This divine hedgehog was a sword path immemorial desolate beast, and had an ability to shoot out all the spines on its body, which was extremely fast and had terrifying power. Sleeping Lady created Divine Needle Valley, being in control of the area between Ming tribe and Murong tribe. She not only had the powerful method to control an immemorial desolate beast, her political wisdom was also excellent. She lived right between the two super forces, so no side dared to truly go against her. Because if one side did that, Sleeping Lady could easily side with the other superforce. The two Ming tribe Gu immortals were silent. The situation could become messy. They followed the clues here, but they had not actually obtained any specific information regarding Fang Yuan. Sleeping Lady's own strength was not Meng Tu's match, but if she sent the divine hedgehog, she might be able to kill Meng Tu. This indeed made her a suspect. But this matter was troublesome to handle. Hmong tribe and Murong tribe had quite a good relationship with Sleeping Lady. They had expressed goodwill to her since long ago, trying to win her over and preventing her from siding with the other party. The relationship between Hmong tribe and Murong tribe was obviously not good. Every superforce had an instinct to expand their territories. Ming tribe and Murong tribe were so close to each other. How could their relationship be good? If Sleeping Lady was the culprit, how could she have such guts by herself? So it was very likely she had already sided with Murong tribe. As a superforce and a righteous Huangjin tribe, Murong tribe could not attack another righteous path, superforce for no reason. So it was entirely possible for them to have used Sleeping Lady as the front. If Sleeping Lady was not the culprit, then how should the two Hmong tribe Gu immortals investigate? Slight carelessness might make Sleeping Lady develop thoughts of siding with Murong tribe, then Hmong tribe's losses would undoubtedly be even bigger. The two Gu immortals pondered for a long while before second Supreme Elder finally said, "Let's go. We will make a visit to Sleeping Lady and inform her of Meng Tu's death. Only by being open and direct will Sleeping Lady realize our Ming tribe's intention. After all, the clues stop at her Divine Needle Valley." Meng Tu nodded his head. Investigation Courtyard had not concealed its traces, so the two Ming tribe Gu immortals' arrival had already startled Sleeping Lady. However, Sleeping Lady maintained her composure. She had the qualifications and the confidence to cope with all situations, patiently waiting for the two Hmong tribe Gu immortals to come to her. When Hmong tribe's two immortals reached her residence, they immediately narrated the situation to her. She then understood the situation and also realized how serious this matter was. First, she declared her innocence, which was immediately verified by the Hmong tribe Gu immortals. Secondly, she herself was worried when she heard that the clues disappeared in Divine Needle Valley. This mysterious culprit could kill Meng Tu. He definitely has powerful methods and terrifying battle strength. Friends, please do me a favor by coming with me to inspect the whole Divine Needle Valley. Sleeping Lady took the initiative to ask for help. Hmong tribe's two immortals were joyous. This was what they wanted, so they immediately agreed. The three immortals moved in a group, carefully searching Divine Needle Valley. Sleeping Lady was afraid too. She had some knowledge of Investigation Courtyard's power. Since the clues disappeared in Divine Needle Valley, it was very likely the culprit was still hiding in her valley. Since this mysterious culprit could so viciously kill Meng Tu, why would he not be able to deal with her? The three immortals searched for a long while but gained no results. Hmong tribe's two immortals glanced at each other, the second Supreme Elder intentionally saying, "We have searched almost the whole Divine Needle Valley, Is the killer really not here? Meng Zizai pretended to unintentionally reply, isn't there still an area which we have not searched? Sleeping Lady knew these two were putting on a show, but she was not the culprit and sincerely wanted to search this place, so she nodded. I specially designed this Divine Needle Valley for the Divine Hedgehog. Only the deepest area of the valley is left now. Please follow me. Ming tribe's Gu immortals followed Sleeping Lady to the depths of the valley. An enormous pure white hedgehog was resting at the dark valley floor. It was sleeping in a curled-up position. Its breaths were long and slow. It was covered with extremely sharp spines, which were full of sword-path dao marks. The divine hedgehog was as large as a hill. Meng tribe's two Gu immortals slowly flew to its side. They were like ants in front of a carriage wheel. Such an amazing, immemorial, desolate beast, Ming tribe's second supreme elder softly praised. Sleeping Lady's expression somewhat softened. This was her most important capital that allowed her to survive in between two superforces. Meng tribe's second supreme elder carefully inspected before saying, this batch of front-back divine obstruction needles seems to have very high quality. Sleeping Lady, when are you picking them? The sharp spines of the divine hedgehog's body were rank 8 immortal materials that could be plucked. Every sharp spine was a front-back divine obstruction needle. Every time the divine hedgehog encounters a dangerous situation, it would shoot out all its sharp spines to kill the enemy. These released spines naturally could not be put back. When the divine hedgehog goes to sleep, new spines would once again grow on its body. Sleeping Lady had unique methods which could make the divine hedgehog fall into deep sleep constantly. Doing that after feeding it till it's full, Sleeping Lady gained an economic pillar, which was the business of front-back divine obstruction needles. These front-back divine obstruction needles were mostly sold to Hmong tribe and Murong tribe, while the remaining small portion was put on sale in Treasure Yellow Heaven. Sleeping Lady thus was quite well off. Northern Plains was poor in resources, but Sleeping Lady relied on this divine hedgehog to live a far better life than most of the Northern Plains Gu immortals. I will pick them up soon. There will be 436 needles this time, Sleeping Lady replied seriously. There were over 1,000 spines on the divine hedgehog, but Sleeping Lady needed to leave behind those short spines to continue growing. What she plucked were the longest spines. Also, she could not sell all the spines because without these spines, the divine hedgehog's battle strength would fall severely. Let's start, Meng Zizai suggested. Please examine carefully. I will make the divine hedgehog remain asleep, Sleeping Lady said. Ming tribe's two Gu immortals began to search for clues with investigation courtyard. The commotion was huge, but Sleeping Lady's sound path killer move made the divine hedgehog remain deep asleep. If the divine hedgehog was startled awake, it would definitely become furious and vent its anger on them, attacking randomly. Sleeping Lady had not completely subdued this beast. After all, she was not an enslavement path Gu immortal. We have a new clue. After a long while of searching, Meng Zizai suddenly said with a spirited expression. Sleeping Lady was terrified. This person actually infiltrated this deep into the valley and I did not sense it? The three immortals followed the trails, found that it continued deeper down. The three immortals followed the trail all the way, unknowingly reaching deep underground where the clues increased further. Not long later, the trail changed direction, winding up towards the surface. The three immortals followed the trail cautiously, arriving at the surface after a while. This is the territory of Murong tribe. It is hundreds of li away from Divine Needle Valley. Hmong tribe's second supreme elder frowned. The clues completely disappeared here. Meng Zizai's gaze flickered. Sleeping Lady fell silent. She would not make any statements in such a delicate juncture. The three immortals inspected the surroundings for a long while, but did not find any other clues. Sleeping Lady proposed to return to her valley to rest. Hmong tribe's two immortals had not found any clues, so after thinking for a moment, they agreed. But how could they have known when they returned to the valley? There was a shocking discovery waiting for them. The extraordinary divine hedgehog was still in a deep sleep, but its whole body was bare. All the front-back divine obstruction needles were gone. What's going on? My divine obstruction needles. I had stayed guard in Divine Needle Valley without going out for 100 years. spending a large amount of food to feed the divine hedgehog, and not stinting on repeatedly using my killer move to make it sleep before I was able to get it to the scale. Sleeping Lady was pale with shock as she shouted in an anguished voice. Ming tribe's two immortals looked at each other, cold sweat dripping from their forehead, because they suddenly realized they were used by someone